Since this week, Donald Trump has been in a total meltdown as we've seen him brag about a possible deal with Iran on Truth Social and also posting 100 Truth Social posts in a single day. He's also insulted the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, in a recent phone call. He mentioned, you're effing crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this. That's what a U.S. official tells Axios President Trump unloaded on an Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, during a heated phone call over Israeli military actions in Lebanon. As we know, Israel has struck Lebanon recently, which causes this phone call. Trump was reportedly furious that Israel moves risk deal blowing up U.S. diplomatic efforts in the region, at one point asking Netanyahu, what the F are you doing? Now, this is really rare for Donald Trump to even publicly... I find it a bit rare that these calls or phone calls get mentioned in public, since usually this is meant to be hidden, which is really crazy for Donald Trump to insult Benjamin Netanyahu. As we know, they've pretty much been like together since this war with Iran. Continuing the posts, as we'll see, Donald Trump posted a lot of posts. This is one of them, the Donald Trump Peace Prize. As we know, Donald Trump is currently trying to put his face on the $250 bill, which could be a possibility. As we know, the current laws stand that the current president has to be dead, pretty much. They can't put a president that's been alive on the bill. I'll show a bit more. Trump's energy in 2026. We have ancient military, I guess, like the 1800 style, and there's fighter jets right there, which don't really make any sense. Now, here's another photo. His face next to the iconic mountain with all the other presidents' face. I don't know why, but since this war with Iran, Donald Trump has been on a rampant rampage of just posting left, right, and center. And this is all about boosting his ego, because no president would ever post this. We are literally witnessing history, seeing a president lose his mind online. We also have Donald Trump kissing the U.S. American flag. Again, these are all AI. I guess he could have probably used a real photo. I'm pretty sure there's probably some really skilled painters that could have done one for this, but I don't know why he used AI. Him comparing himself to another president, which makes no sense. Billions were spent to convince you this was evil. Again, these posts make no sense. This is a normal American dream from the 80s or 90s, possibly, and this looks completely normal. I don't know how anyone was convinced this is even evil. And then he went on a rampage of just posting a lot of stuff. This is the only era that will ever see a U.S. president post AI slop. Again, him with the faces, him in the White House, Eagle. It's all AI. And then he went on insulting Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Hillary Clinton, and even reposting posts from a decade ago about Hillary Clinton. Stealing groceries, Biden solution, and they're like stealing his stuff. Trump solution, they're in bars. Again, Joe Biden didn't let people steal. Also, also Donald Trump in general. It's like if he's pretending like these other presidents were just letting crime all over the place, which makes no sense. You'll see another one. Retail theft, Biden solution, they're just stealing. Trump solution, they're going to jail. In both cases, if you're stealing, you should probably not be doing that. I mean, ideally, you should probably be going to jail or something. I won't say this. I won't say this. You can read it technically. Biden solution, they're on the streets and on the floor. Trump solution, they're being detained, again, by the DEA. Him with King Charles. And then he went on a mini rampage of just posting him next to Xi Jinping. Here's one of them. Another him of him walking with Xi Jinping. And him, I'm guessing, with the Chinese military. And then he talked about the ballroom. As we know, Donald Trump is currently building a ballroom next to the White House. It's mentioned that it could cost $1 billion. Not only is it tax funded, it's also funded through donors. Now, not only is he taking money from taxpayers, but he's asking for people's money, which is beyond crazy. Donald Trump is a billionaire. See, they have a ballroom. It's called the Great Hall of China. It's very large and beautiful. Why do people fight me for having something even better? The Democrats are crazy. President Donald J. Trump. As you see, he insulted Democrats by putting Democrats. I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit funny. Democrats. Obviously, he didn't have to insult them. A bit useless. And then he just goes on normal tweets, and then he mentioned the reflecting pool. As we know, in the latest cabinet meeting about 4 days ago, he talked about the reflecting pool for 10 minutes straight. Usually, these cabinet meetings are private events, which should be more important. But I guess since the news media, the news reporters, news media were there, they just talked about random stuff. And Donald Trump talked about the reflecting pool for about 10 minutes, which is a long time. Now, and then the rampage pretty much ends there. He talks about the drone port, which I thought it was a joke, but it's actually real. So pretty much the rampage frenzy of posts ended there. He did post a lot of more stuff, but it was more longer action style posts about talking about Iran and other possible deals. Talking about a deal with Iran, the Daily Iran News posted, "We have the world's most important choke points. Any aggression and both will be closed unconditionally. Everyone will have to endure $250 plus oil." Basically, an oil barrel costs more than $250 because of Netanyahu's warmongering attribution. So keep in mind, this is a bit massive for the Iran news to even post about this, considering that oil is already low. Keep in mind, gas has gone up 41% since this year. So keep in mind, that's massive. If oil does go to $250, then I can't imagine how much everything's gonna start going through the roof. In another tweet, Donald Trump posted this on True Social. In the post, he says, "Iran really wants to make a deal, and it will be a good one for the USA and those that are with us. But don't the Democrats, actually." So again, he insults Democrats and various seemingly unpatriotic Republicans. "Understand that it is much tougher for me to properly do the job and negotiate when political hacks completely negatively chirping," if that was said right, "at levels never seen before, over and over again, that I should move faster or slower, or go to war or not go to war, or whatsoever. And just sit back and relax. It will all work out in the end. It always does." President Donald J. Trump. So he's reassuring the American people, talking about a possible deal that Iran really wants one, which has been said for a while now. I don't think there will be one anytime soon. Shortly after this was tweeted, the White House posted this on Twitter. "As I told Iran, it's time, one way or another, for you to make a deal. You've been doing this for 47 years, and it cannot be allowed to go any longer." President Donald J. Trump. Again, referring that Donald Trump is apparently the best dealer maker in the world. As we know, Donald Trump's made a lot of books, The Art of the Deal and stuff. So again, it's always related about Donald Trump, showing about how good he is and how good he is in general, basically showing off his ego in other ways. Now, considering all of this, the war would still potentially go on for a few more months or even a few more years. As we know, Donald Trump pretty much started this war, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. I also believe once the next president, whether it's Gary Newsom, any liberal, any Republican, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to want to continue this war. So I really hope Donald Trump does finish this soon, as I don't think this is going to get any better. I hope it does. But it doesn't have any good signs right now. This was Matt Bibi from TheBerubeShow. If you have anything to say in the comments, if you have anything to, I don't know, if you like Donald Trump, if you hate Donald Trump, if you like Joe Biden or whatever, come in the comment section. See you guys next one. Bye bye.